Can G2 Esports step up and show us what they showed us in Season 1 by becoming world champions, or will we see more of the same? But Take3, certainly a powerful team in their own right. It's certainly going to be a very exciting match. Let's go ahead and go down to the field where we have Wavepunk and Final Carpet with the commentary. Take it away, guys.
Thanks so much, Axel Toss. You know, Carpet, at the beginning of the day, I thought this was going to be the match to watch. And then Deception shows up and just gives us these thriller matches at the beginning of the day. And then G2 gets 3-0'd by Revival. And at this point, I'm just hoping we get like a full series out of it.
I mean, as a caster, this is as exciting as it gets. I want teams to prove me wrong. I want teams to excite me and catch me off guard and show me that they're capable of a lot more. And, you know, we did see some really good plays at Revival. G2, like, very sluggish. They really didn't make any plays as far as what G2's capable of, right? Looking at Kronovi, Lucinio, Overzero, I mean, those guys can do some insane things, and they really didn't try. They just kind of smacked at the net a few times, tried to do a couple of solo plays. They got a couple of decent goals, but overall, they just didn't really overwhelm Revival at all. Revival did a pretty decent job of just batting things off, and now they're up against Take3, which is the team that knocked them down into the lower bracket in their first qualifier match. Rizzo played out of his mind, and I'm hoping to see him play out of his minder today. I mean, he was just a highlight machine last week. He was their top scorer by a very easy margin. Their top passer was Zane Jackie. Him and Zane Jackie tend to go up a lot. James was saying Insol's a little quiet last week. Insol's definitely capable of quite a lot of things as well. But I think it maybe took him a little bit to get in the groove. When you see your two teammates kind of going up and just doing all sorts of wild things, making some crazy plays happen, so you just kind of want to sit back and let them do their thing.
We'll see what can happen here as G2 has had a break here to recollect themselves. We've seen today a trend of teams playing better in their second match of the day. So we'll see if G2 is able to keep that trend. They're up. A very aggressive early on Kronovi with a shot, but Zane Jackie blocks it away. Insolences and Rizzo in the corner now. Kind of faking out Kronovi, able to push this one around up into the corner. Insolences lets Overzero have that one. It pops back out to middle. Kronovi puts it high just to try and keep it away from the Take3 players. Now Rizzo pinches it on the wall. Lucinio's up, sends it towards the goal, looking for a second touch. Lucinio is driving a Dominus today. Usually drives the Octane, but he made a change up for this match.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a nice change of car. It makes you approach each ball a little bit differently. Each arrow, you can hit it with different parts of the car. Sometimes it's just a nice little change of pace.
First minute pretty quiet on both sides after a scoring opportunity from G2. Take3 looking for an opportunity to push out of their own half here. Rizzo waiting very patiently, watching this one as he tries to go up over the top. Insolences gets it past one. Overzero's there. Zane Jackie fell back to net. Rizzo is also waiting back, able to put this one away from their own net. Insolences rotates in behind. One of the best things I love about Take3 is their defensive rotations. They're a very defensive-centric team as Zane drops this one towards the net. Kronovi and Lucinio able to push that one out, but they definitely know how to rotate on offense as well. Watch for them to be making plays here. It's Kronovi and Lucinio moving out. Zane comes up from the backfield, puts it onto the backboard. Overzero around the edge. Nice touch from Kronovi, gets it around Insolences. The ball still in the orange.
G2's having they're struggling a bit maintaining possession of the ball. They had a decent counterattack. They just drove it straight up the middle, hit it too far from their cars and lost possession. And then another time they hit it across the field to try and prevent a hard clear from a Take3 player, but then no one followed up on it, so Take3 got control yet again.
Rizzo keeps this one in the corner. Lucinio plays it out. Insolences comes up from the back, puts it over into blue corner. Zane will come out of goal to clear this one, gets it over the top of one. Lucinio stops it. Zane will drop it back down. Contention will send it down the midfield line. Heading towards Insolences on the backfield. A nice touch from Lucinio to try and get it over the top of Insolences. Zane is set up in goal. Overzero's pass goes a bit high, but Kronovi almost has the angle. Lucinio's up for this one. He's got to beat out Zane. It's not going to happen. Zane gets it over the top and up to middle. Overzero plays it around Rizzo. Waits patiently. Gets it past Zane Jackie. Kronovi takes a shot. It goes wide. Nobody at home on defense right now, but it's rolling all the way back into the orange.
That was a great play. We saw Overzero over to Kronovi. They were able to actually catch. They used a lot of misdirection. They were able to catch all of Take3 off guard. It was definitely a bit off target, but the idea was there, and they definitely executed it well.
2:15 left in the game. We're past halftime, and neither team has scored yet. G2 significantly tightening up their rotations from the last game. It's a good thing to see. Rizzo able to set this one up. Zane does not go for the shot, as he saw Overzero was already up. Insolences onto the backboard. Kronovi and Lucinio back in net. Lucinio comes out. He looks to be low on boost, so he just tries to play with the jump. Insolences now trying to play that one. Kronovi and Overzero both waiting patiently, as Rizzo was not able to make a shot. Zane now going to be back passing this one. Rizzo's waiting for it. Fell back, got juiced up on boost, and here he comes, ready for round 2. Putting it onto the backboard. Looking, he pulls out Kronovi. Insolences takes a shot, goes just off the post, and a nice shot from Zane, finishing it off. There's the lead for take 3.
I'm a little confused to how this went in. I like that Rizzo put the shot up, realized he couldn't follow through, so then he dropped down instead. Insol probably should have had that first shot, but then Zane Jackie coming in, it looked like he didn't have time. There was definitely a defender there in the way. He did not pre-jump it at all. He didn't try and get a little, you should have probably noticed that somebody was going to come up for that shot and at least tried to get his body in the way.
Nice shot there from over 0, blocked away by Rizzo. Insolences sends it to the far side. Zane Jackie plays this one up, gets it over the top of 1, over 0, plays it in the corner. Insolences out to Rizzo, still at midfield. Zane Jackie hanging all the way back. Always leaving someone back on defense. Very solid defensive rotations from take 3. Rizzo gets a demo into Lachinio, buying them a little bit of time and space. Going to try and take a shot, but over 0 reads it, blocks it, drops it on Lachinio. Plays it up to the middle. Over 0 there to take a shot. Lachinio actually sends it away from the net. It was probably going to go wide anyways, but now here comes the counter play from take 3. Passing between Zane Jackie and Rizzo. Over 0 has to send it to the corner. Let Lachinio get set up on defense. He moves out immediately. Very quick aggression from G2, looking to tie this game up. 45 seconds remaining. Insolences moving down the field as Kronovi sends one towards the backboard. Lachinio's waiting for the opportunity. Rizzo crosses it faster than Lachinio can get to it. 36 seconds left. Take 3. Still up by 1. Dropping one towards the net. Blocked away by Kronovi. Very solid clear up into the corner. Gets past Insolences, but Zane Jackie, defensive rotation, able to put it in the corner. Give Rizzo and Insolences time to get behind him. 20 seconds. G2 still looking to equalize. Rizzo drops one off the backboard. It bounces high. Over 0, over to Lachinio, interrupted by Insolences. Keeps it away from the G2 players. With the final countdown, he's just going to play this one slow, let the clock wind down, put it up in the corner. Lachinio plays it out to the middle, but no one's there. And the touch from Zane Jackie actually lost it towards the goal. They're going to have to make a save. It's not even going to happen. Zane gets it through. It's 2-0, and the end of the game going over to take 3.
Getting that last second goal just to put a little bit of salt in the wound. We did see G2 wake up a little bit on their passing game. We saw a couple more midfield plays. A lot of times you'll see teams put it on the side and back wall a little bit too much, but they're so easy to read at a level like this. I mean, you see everybody on that back wall clearing it off the back wall, doing the, what we call Spider-Man saves, just clearing them off really well, and then following it up usually with a pass to a teammate. G2, we did see them finally cutting into the field a little bit, getting a couple passing plays, one between Over 0 and Kronovi, but it was pretty wide right. He had to got cut off by a defender, didn't have much of an angle. And again, towards the end, another one that was then countered by take 3, but neither were able to get the goals. But it was a pretty slow-scoring game, aside from that last goal, which
it's the buzzer beaters, especially when it doesn't affect how the game actually turns out. I don't know that they really necessarily matter at that point. But I mean, the 8 shots from take 3, they just battered that backboard over and over again, just constantly keeping G2 trapped in their own goal, forcing them to make saves. And when you got a team that's as aggressive as G2, to be trapped in your own goal is just death.
Yeah, and Insolences, I liked he was a little bit louder this game. I definitely saw him a bit more. He was getting in the way. He was touching the ball in that backboard a lot.
Sure.
Getting up for really fast passing plays, like whenever it was coming off the backboard, he was always there right off the bat, and he was there to kind of touch it. Even if it was another passing player off the backboard yet again, he was still there quickly. And last week, he was a little bit slower to the ball sometimes. So I'm glad to see that he's waking up. G2 woke up a little bit, but here they sit yet again in a losing situation.
For sure. Yeah, no, their play looked considerably more tight than it was against Revival, but still struggling to just find decent stuff. And even in the one moment they had an excellent pass play, they blew the take 3 defense. Kronovi had a shot, it goes just a little bit wide. Even when they're able to get the strategical advantage, the mechanics just kind of shaking there for a moment. Kronovi, usually, like we've always said, a player who can put anything in from anywhere, wasn't able to make the shot. He's got an opportunity right now, a shot going a little bit wide, and Zane will clear it as game 2 gets underway on Manfield. G2 looking for the win to try and tie up the series. Just look for any win at this point. If they could get a point on the board, that would help. They would be able to be their first win of the day. Insolences leaving that one in midfield as Over 0 takes a shot. It bounces back out. This is a nice one for Kronovi. He gets it in there, and there's the first point on the board for G2.
Kronovi following that through, breaking their dry spell. They actually hadn't scored any goals in the last 3 games they've played. But now Kronovi trying to keep the promise alive, trying to take this game against take 3.
4:28. First goal scored in First 30 seconds there is Kronovi has another opportunity. Actually just goes for the bump on Insolences. I think he thought Lichinio was going to be able to take the shot instead of just going for the shot himself. It's a heads-up play from Kronovi, but a lack of communication means there's no goal that gets scored. Kronovi, oh my goodness, Insolences with an opportunity. Lichinio blocks it, but Zane with a follow-up. It goes off the backboard. Insolences can't get it in. Rizzo waits out Lichinio. Amazing play there, tie game.
Rizzo with the slow pass to mess up Lichinio. Zinjaki with a great lob actually hits that top post and then almost put in by his teammate. But Rizzo taking the slow shot, noticing that Lichinio was in a bad place for the save. Lichinio did his best to try and flip in the way of that, but Rizzo had full control of that ball.
And with 4:05 left to go, first minute, we saw G2 get out to the lead and then take 3, able to tie it back up. Kronovi with a shot on the net. Rizzo just barely gets in the way of that one. Kronovi clears it over to the side. Maybe where Overzero was. Lichinio has to make a last-ditch save there to get it away. And now a nice pass. Rizzo takes a shot. Kronovi with the save, keeping it away. The demo onto Zanejaki buys some space for G2 here. As Kronovi sends one towards the net. It's up high, but Zanejaki had respawn, got up, put it over to the side. Lets his defense get a bit reset as Rizzo drops it over. Zane tries to put it in, but Overzero able to get there, and the lead's back in favor of G2.
A weak touch from Rizzo resulted in this dropping in front of net. Rizzo thought he had that, but it came off the wall, actually. He tried to put it towards the corner. Sadly, it came really far off the wall, which gave Overzero a great angle.
Rizzo and Zanejaki have done that sort of save before, where Rizzo just pops it kind of vertically and then lets Zane come off the wall and clear it away. Zane wasn't able to get the touch, and like you said, it came further off the wall than Rizzo wanted, which gives it to G2. They've got the lead again here in game number 2, looking to tie the series up. So Overzero shooting towards the net. Insolences clears it away. Zane now back in net. Will clear it. That's 2 players from G2 in the goal. Zanejaki and Insolences moving upfield. Insolences gets it around the corner. Rizzo's in the air for this one, pops it high. It drops down in a dangerous spot. Lichinio has to put it off to the side, and Kronovi immediately follows, gets it past Zane. Now Insolences wins the 1v2 50-50, surprisingly, able to send this one around, but Lichinio back in net, realizing how important it is to always have that backline defense. So Rizzo gives us another demonstration of it there. 2:47 left to go. It's still 1-point advantage for G2.
G2 now, a good bump from Lichinio, trying to cheat up. Now we're seeing a lot more aggression from G2. They're finding themselves in take threes half quite often. Even when they don't have possession of the ball, we saw earlier Kronovi with a bump on goalie. We just saw Lichinio with another bump on goalie. So they're definitely trying to keep control of this game.
If they can just keep their aggression going, get some sieges going, they will have a very short road to a victory here in game number 2. Insolence is getting a demo there on Overzero. Lichinio has to come from the corner. Insolence is going to try and play this one off as Zanejaki moves up from the backfield. Crosses it wide. And Overzero and Kronovi. Solid defensive movements, repositioning themselves as the ball moved laterally. Insolences watching this one as it pops out to midfield. Zane saw that he had the opportunity, but then fell back as Insolences moved in to touch it. And now he's got ball control on the backboard. It's going to drop down from the touch from Lichinio. Insolences came in, but it wasn't there. Now Rizzo over the top. Insolences trying to put another one in. Zane over to Rizzo. These guys pressing their advantage. A very decent little siege. Take 3's been able to put together, finally broken by Overzero as he pushes it out. Insolences immediately gets it back up to midfield. It's going to matter about this touch. It pops out to middle. Rizzo's looking at it, but Overzero's already up and puts it into the corner. 1:28 left to go. Take 3 still down by 1. G2 looking to get their first win of the day. It's a nice drop. Insolences clears it. Nice shot from G2. It goes in. Overzero able to make it a 2-point game. Well done.
Up until now, Overzero struggled a bit with his accuracy, but here we go, coming off of the side wall. Actually a very difficult shot, but he gave himself a good angle, gave himself a lot of space to take that shot. As soon as he noticed there was no take 3 defenders, he took it.
1:15 left to go, and G2, with their most promising lead of the day, hoping to be able to get a win here, tie it up with take 3. Rizzo with a nice shot on the net, blocked by Overzero, coming from the corner. They keep the offensive going. Insolence is coming over the top. Could not get the shot on the net. Rizzo and Zanejaki right up on top of each other, so they're able to pop that one up. Kronovi comes from the back. Overzero onto that backboard. Now Insolences pushing it upfield into the corner. Kronovi tries to play it across his own goal, gets it very successfully away and into the far corner. Rizzo misses that shot. Zane puts it up to Rizzo. Gonna try and play this one out. Zane wants to drop it to Insolences, but Lichinio reads it, puts it away. Overzero with a breakaway opportunity, puts it off the backboard. Lichinio tried to make the shot, but Rizzo able to interrupt that one, cleared away to the side. 30 seconds remaining. And just do or die time for Take 3. They got to put one in right now if they want to have any time to be able to get an equalizer. Over 0, dropping this one towards the net. Rizzo clears it. Insolences pops it high. 17 seconds. Krnovi keeps it on the back wall. This pressure from G2 is exactly what they need. Just keep it from even going into their half. Finally crosses the midfield line. But as that final countdown happens here, too much time has gone by. And Take 3, not going to be able to get a win here in game number 2. It doesn't be a tied-up series. Well done by G2.
G2 now showing what G2 is capable of. It took them a little bit too long, an entire series and a half almost, to really start picking up the pace and start trying to make some plays. I was actually on board with Zane Jackie's camera towards the end of that match, and I loved seeing what he looks for. You know, there's a reason he was their top passer last week. He was even if he had a potential shot on net, he would have had to have really good placement toward the corners. But he saw a teammate to his right, and then he had some space. He'd almost always give it to the teammate instead. I feel like he doesn't even look at the goal unless it's wide open. Which is really cool to have a teammate that's always willing to pass it, have the selfless place, and give up possession to his teammates.
Yeah, no, they played very, very well. Take 3, just such great team coordination, and they had 12 shots on the net to only 8 from G2. They outshot them, were able to be very, very aggressive, but 5 saves from Lachinio, 8 total from G2. Their defense, personal defense, just standing up very, very strong, keeping those shots away. Their solo mechanics really coming out for them.
Yeah, Lachinio has been dropping back a lot lately. I like watching Lachinio do what Lachinio does. I mean, he's, again, one of the most mechanical sound players in the game.
Yeah. He's
kind of insane. And I like watching him be able to come up comfortably, but I don't know if they like him on defense. I mean, obviously he's a phenomenal defender.
Sure.
But seeing him with 5 saves means he was back a lot of the time, and I would watch him drop back a lot. He was going to get boosted, we drop all the way back, get ready for a clear, sit in net. An interesting choice for Lachinio.
I think it is with over 0 being very, very aggressive, always pushing out there. It usually kind of comes down to who's a little bit further back in the rotation. And I do think it's kind of more Lachinio being used to that, being the number 2 role. And when it comes down to over 0 forcing himself into that number 1 role, and it's Krnovi versus Lachinio. Lachinio's going to be the one who ends up falling back. And I've seen a number of instances with those players where all 3 are pressing up as a group, and it's Lachinio who realizes, man, we're all grouped up together. Someone needs to fall back, and it's him that falls back. So great presence of mind from that young player there. And they're able to take the series, able to take to game number 2, tying up the series here. Game 3, I think we've seen DFH Stormy in every match so far. This match clearly being a favorite.
But no Neo Tokyo.
No Neo Tokyo. Come on, guys. It's so much fun. I love it so much.
Is. I honestly love that map.
Zane in the corner. Plays this one high. Over 0 keeps the pressure on. Krnovi wraps that one around. Lachinio with a shot. Nobody was in goal. They break the defense and score.
As you said, they broke the defense indeed, trying to pull as many Take 3 players out. Rizzo spending a little bit too much time on the back wall. He actually almost had that save. He thought that was going to be up a little bit higher. Generally, when you see players on the back wall, it's because they might not have enough boost to make a comfortable save, so they'll sit up there, so they have the altitude if they need it. But he wasn't in a prime place for that save.
Insolences now. Very similar situation to what we just had as Krnovi tries to drop that one down. Lachinio wraps it around. Insolences able to play that one over the top. He and Zane Jackie moving up, but dunked on by over 0. Puts it onto that backboard. Rizzo, nice clear over to the other side. And this is not the angle you would expect him to clear it to. And Insolences now putting that one, almost putting it in by himself. Rizzo's up for this one, but G2 going to be able to carry that one away. Over 0, putting it over to the side. Lachinio with the counterplay, trying to push this one through. Zane up the wall, up to Rizzo. Very aggressively positioned Rizzo. Just trying to just create an opportunity, putting it towards the goal. Over 0 and Lachinio both back for that one. Insolences falls back, goes to pick up the boost, which spawns right after he crosses over. An unfortunate situation as Krnovi's able to take a shot. Lachinio's up for this one, blocked away by Zane. Very close situation. Rizzo keeps it out of net. Insolences now looking for an opportunity to pass it up to the waiting Zane. He just rotates in behind as he realizes the opportunity is gone and Rizzo has more boost. He pushes it out to middle. Krnovi's there, keeps these shots coming. The siege just continues for G2. They put another one on. Can over 0 finish? It goes wide. There was no one in that corner. He's not able to put it in just yet. They keep the pressure on. Insolences clears it away. And now he's going to be trying to push this one out. Get away from that siege moment. Create some offense. Buying themselves a little bit of space to breathe.
And not only that, but time to get some boost. After a while, if you're on defense for too long, you do start to lose a lot of boost.
Oh, that's rough. Krnovi putting it onto the hood of Insolences, making it a 2-0 game.
Insol must be, this is such a defeating situation. He got into net, expected a different touch from Krnovi. I think he expected it to either go higher No, not nearly as fast. Kronovi pinched it a little bit off the wall. I think it's faster, and Insult just sat there. He's like, I can't stop this from happening.
I'm going to apologize beforehand for this one, but Kronovi just added insolences to injury.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
It was too good. I couldn't pass up on it. Rizzo putting this one there, looking for their first goal in game number 3. A nice shot. Insolence is going to put it in. Right here at halftime, they get a goal.
Take-3 coming up alive a little bit more. I saw a lot out of them in game 1, and they haven't done a whole lot since then, but Insolence is great placement towards the crossbar, but there were 3 goalies right there. To be honest. There were 2 people in goal. Lechino and Overzero both in goal. I guess they just weren't prepared for the shot. And Kronovi trying to soar across the net just in case.
Come on, guys. I got this one. All right, Overzero to play that one off the wall. G2 still ahead by 1 point right as we crossed halftime here. Lechino up on the wall. Insolence is able to try and drop it towards the net again. Rizzo plays it back into the corner, and here comes the siege from Take-3. Rizzo bumping 2 people out of goal. Overzero getting a very important clear there to keep that one away from the goals. Rizzo just bulldozed people out of the way. It was a completely open net. Clutch play by Overzero.
I do enjoy Rizzo's placements. Whenever he's touching the ball or clearing it, he places it to a place where to a location where he knows there's no G2 defenders. So they won't get any hard counter clears. They might gain control, but they're going to have to dribble the ball or pass it to get a hard clear.
Kronovi had an opportunity for a shot, but he's not going to get the touch. Lechino back line again. So Kronovi tries to play it over. Lechino now moving it up, trying to set it up for a teammate. Blocked by Insolences. Rizzo sits in goal, waiting for an opportunity. Goes up for this one, plays it straight down middle. Gonna get hit high by Lechino. Kronovi has to play it across. Oh dear, this is an interesting touch. Insolences might be able to drop it in. It goes to the far corner. Rizzo looking for an opportunity, but Kronovi gets it over the top. It's up to Zane on the back line. Able to get there before Kronovi does. Played straight back up the field. Excellent play by Zane, creating more scoring opportunities. Crosses high the goal. Looking to set it up one more time. Bounces off of a second side of his car and bounces straight up. That's going to leave it with Rizzo in the backfield. He's got to get beaten by Kronovi, but it goes into the corner instead. Now Rizzo, Insolence is looking for opportunities. Final minute of gameplay. G2 still with the lead in game number 2, looking to take the lead in the series. As they play this one up onto the wall. Insolences blocks it. Rizzo puts it out to the side. The ball just rolling towards their goal. Overzero. Oh, he puts it off the post, and Lechino able to finish it off, make it a 2-point game.
I mentioned it a few times. Overzero's accuracy today has been kind of underwhelming. He's usually a great striker. I know he definitely is an incredible 1v1s player, and players that do a lot of 1v1s can usually hit the ball in the net from wherever. It's usually quick reactions, quick turnarounds, usually utilizing drift really well to take shots. But Overzero has had a lot of open opportunities where he's just hit post or crossbar. I'm hoping he can kind of get that out of his system as league play continues.
Oh, nice shot there. That one wasn't inaccurate, but it was straight to Zane Jackie, who was in goal with 32 seconds remaining. Take-3 is down by 2. If they can put one in right here, they might have an opportunity. Insolences is able to get it so close. Overzero makes the save in net. All 3 players from G2 very much bunched up right now. Zane trying to push it through him. Great opportunity. Insolences crosses it wide. You know he wanted to shoot there as there was only one person back, and he was kind of getting himself sorted out. Overzero, though, puts it up to the side. 9 seconds remaining. And as every second passes, it's less and less likely for Take-3, G2 able to get another win here and take the lead in the series.
G2 coming alive in a weird series after getting swept by Revival. They are now starting to make some plays happen. I do think that if Overzero can just clean up his shots a little bit, he will, by all means, they would have had probably double the goals. And not to take anything away from Overzero, because a lot of the shots you were making were difficult. But I guess my point is, if he could just take advantage of situations a little bit better, I think that it would have given them quite a lot more opportunities to spread that lead that they have.
For sure.
But Lechino and Kronovi kind of trying to get some more passing plays in this game. Take-3 got a little quiet. We didn't see them getting a lot of control, but I think it's because G2 was just in their face a lot more this time, trying to prevent them from taking control.
Always, yeah. No, and Take-3, a team that is very, very strong on defense, but that means that when they move up on the offense, that's not the place that they have trained to think about. They're prioritizing their defense, and it shows here is they're only able to get 1 shot in. They had 8 shots, but only one of them went all the way to put that one in there. And so, man, Game 4, rolling around, Take-3 is on match point.
I mean, yeah, and G2, I think at this point, they have won these last 2 games. They just got swept. I'm glad that tilt didn't affect them too much.
For sure.
Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if they came in this game just kind of falling apart because of losing 3-0 to Revival. But they're the kind of team that tends to use their momentum and continue on. They usually don't lose the third game after they've won 2 in a row. So I think G2 is going to really showcase some skill this game.
I mean, in G2, like we said, for some reason, teams have been playing better in their second series of the day. G2, after losing handedly to Revival, now showing up against this Take-3 squad. They are 1 game away from taking the series here. Rizzo up to Insolences, tries to push it through. Looking to Take-3, being aggressive early on. Insolences plays it over. Lichinio is there. Insolence is now able to get it over the top of Lichinio. Kronovi in the corner, sets it up high, and Rizzo wraps it around. It's dropped in a dangerous spot, almost goes in. But Insolences keeps that pressure on. This has just been an endless siege from Take-3 during the first 30 seconds of the game. A nice shot going just wide from Rizzo. Insolence is going to be coming up from the back. We might let Lichinio take this one. No, he plays it over to the side. Kronovi now finally breaks the siege, putting it up. A demo onto Rizzo and onto Zane. Jackie by so much space, and Kronovi puts it in. What a play!
The double demo was that. I think it was both Lichinio and Overzero. No, Lichinio gets them both.
Wow.
Lichinio, just a demolishing machine, giving all the space in the world for Kronovi to take that. Notice that Kronovi still puts the placement to the bottom right corner. You know,
just in case.
You know, you never want to give an easy save.
My goodness, what a play there. Lichinio with the accuracy to hit both players, giving the lead here to G2. Oh, and the breakaway. Zane gonna send one screaming in from far away, and it ties up the game.
G2 got a little overcommitted there, all going after the Lichinio in the corner. Overzero then bopping off of that as the bottom wheels actually hit it, so he didn't put any force on it. And then Kronovi, instead of dropping back, wanted to try and chase after that and meet it at 50-50, but he gave a wide open long shot for Zane Jackie.
They take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and get the breakaway there. Tying it up within the first minute. Kronovi sends a nice shot, but it's blocked by Zane. Insolences plays this one off the corner, letting Zane get set up in net, able to get the clear. Here's an opportunity for the exact same thing to happen, except Lichinio is farther back this time, but still lofted. Rizzo's up, plays it a bit wide, goes for the double tap, drops it, and what a play by Rizzo.
Rizzo really starting to do what he did last weekend and just come alive and show everyone how good he is mechanically. Look at that. The ball actually forced his car to bounce back because the momentum of his car wasn't enough to not be affected by the ball, and he still corrects his car enough to follow through to get the second touch, putting them in the lead.
3:42 left to go. Take-3 trying to force game 5. As it drops in a dangerous spot, Lichinio wants to get the angle. He gets it, but Zane is able to clear it off of the back wall. Rizzo putting this one up midfield. Overzero following along with it. Kronovi pinches it high. Rizzo follows for the boost steal as Lichinio goes for the air dribble, trying to push it through, but Insolences is there on the wall, reads it very well, sends it to the corner. And now Kronovi wrapping it around. Rizzo carries it away from the goal. Able to get it past 2. Lichinio's on the back line. He's going to have to make the Spider-Man clear. He does. Puts it over onto the far wall. Insolences watching this one as Kronovi takes a shot, gets the block, gets the save. 3:02 left to go. Still a 1-point game in favor of Take-3.
Take-3 being put on some defensive struts right now, having to really fight to keep the lead. You see Kronovi and Lichinio just coming up for everything, trying to battle their way through this defense, and it's just not working.
Man, Insolences and Rizzo were right on top of each other. They're like literally on top of each other. And Kronovi taking a shot. Insolences is able to get the save. Their defense holds strong, but the siege from G2 is immense right now. He's able to shoot another shot towards the net. Rizzo picks it up in the corner, tries to push it away. Lichinio taking another shot, but Insolences is there. Rizzo out to the midfield. Zane Jackie moves up and puts it into the orange corner. 2:20 left to go. He's striking right now. Kronovi gets the save. Insolences keeps the pressure on. It bounces out. Where's Rizzo? He takes a shot, goes off the crossbar. Insolences is up again. What a play from Take-3. They're up by 2.
Take-3 coming alive. We get Rizzo getting those touches we saw last week. Just beating out a defender, popping it across the net so beautifully for Zane Jackie. Zane Jackie popping it over a defender. That's the Rizzo we saw last week, and that's the Rizzo I want to see the rest of this series.
2:12. Up by 2. Take-3 doing well against G2 in game number 4. Kronovi out to Lichinio, looking to possibly cut down on this score margin, maybe tie it up, maybe take the lead. As Insolences tries to play it across his own net. Overzero contests, but Zane is in the back, waiting for this one. Off of Kronovi's touch off the wall. He takes a shot. It goes just a bit high, and Rizzo is able to clear it down. Another follow-up. Kronovi comes in to dunk, but doesn't get it. Overzero's there, but Rizzo challenges, gets himself the save. Save your medal for Rizzo this game. He plays this one up. Zane plays it off the wall. Lichinio is there. It goes a bit high. Insolences drops it back into the orange box. and Kurnovi. Back and forth. Two teams getting hard clears. Insolences sends this one onto the backboard. Oh, nice touch by Zane. He might drop it in a place that Insolences can use. He drops it again, drawing out some defenders. Rizzo didn't like what he saw, though, and wouldn't go up for the shot. Keeps it in the corner. He has an opportunity to set this one up for Zane. Passes it along. It goes off the backboard, but Insolence is very far in the backfield. Is not going to be able to put this one in, even though Over0 whiffed on the touch. See Zane in the air, passing it around, and right now it's just so much ball control in favor of Take 3. They are completely manhandling this one right now. Oh, and that one went in. What a carry by Zane.
They really are manhandling at the moment. They are putting in a lot of shots. Zane Jackie from the midfield, bouncing off the ceiling, going right into the net. It's like that was, I think it was Lachino that tried to come and save that from behind. He didn't realize someone was in his net to defend that. And a bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, from the auto cam angle, it actually just looked like it kind of dropped in, but no, it was definitely an own goal. Unfortunate there for G2 as they've been trying to claw their way back into this one. Extended the lead themselves with 48 seconds remaining. They're down by 3. It's looking like we're going to Game 5, Carpet. They just continue to make it exciting here in Week 1. Zane playing that one over the top, looking to drop just another one in. If you can put one more nail in here. It's Rizzo trying to drop it. It's in a dangerous spot. Insolence isn't going to miss that one. It's 5-1.
Rizzo with the 50-50, dunking this off of this pass. He chops it up, and then he gets to the left of the ball, and he actually gets the flip to put enough momentum on the ball to drop it down for Insolences. Rizzo, what a showcase of skill.
He's playing so well. 31 seconds remaining. Down by 4. G2 needs to collect themselves, think about what they need to do moving forward. They've already lost one series today, and it's going to be on match point Game 5. It could go either way. We've seen 2 games go in favor of G2, and now 2 games go in favor of Take 3. And it's all going to come down to that Game 5. Couldn't ask for a better showing here between these two teams. Insolences plays it over to the side. As the final countdown happens, he might be able to put one more in here as he fakes out Over0. Fakes out Lachinio, sends it into the box, and can't finish it off. That's all right. They're going to get the win anyways, and Game 5 is inbound.
Take 3 coming alive. Both G2 and Take 3 kind of picking and choosing which games they really want to come alive and make some good plays happen. We see Kurnovi still able to put up a lot of shots. 4 shots, him and Lachinio, 8 shots total. Over0 sitting back a little bit more this time. I do think it fits a little bit more. Over0 and Lachinio have been playing together for an obscenely long time.
For sure.
About 7 months or so. And Over0, as we said, was the sub that joined them in the middle of RLCS last season. So I think there's just a bit more chemistry between Crow and Latch.
Sure.
The problem that they have sometimes is they both always want to do a lot because they're so good that they both always want to do it a little too much. They want to follow their own balls. They want to get the air dribbles. They want to do a bunch of things. I think if those two guys would just kind of pass it off to each other, they're both definitely adept enough to deal with a lot of passes and redirect a lot of shots. But Take 3, keeping calm. Rizzo coming alive again. That double touch again. Doing some crazy stuff just like we saw him do last week. But Insol and Zane Jackie both getting 2 goals. No one really being the shining star in Take 3, which I think is what they need to do. Last week, Rizzo definitely went off the handle in a good way, of course. But now we have to see all of them making goals.
Yeah, no, it's been a very interesting match to watch. That last game was actually pretty even statistically wise, but like all the sides had pretty even stats except for goals, obviously on the side of Take 3. And the big difference was the saves. The side of Take 3 coming out with 6 saves, even though it was 9 shots on one side, 10 shots on the other side. It was 6-2 in the saves there. That defense standing up so strong for Take 3. I'm excited to see how we move forward into Game 5. Anybody can take it. It all comes down to this. Last 4 games didn't matter. Winner here takes the point, gets the win for the series, gets to move forward into Week 2 feeling good about themselves.
This isn't Neo Tokyo.
No, this is a new one though. This is Urban Dawn, Urban Central Dawn. It's the sun just came up. You can see the lights in the city are just now turning on. I just noticed. Oh, maybe I should stop talking about the city to talk about this insane play by Rizzo.
I'm still mad it's not Neo Tokyo, but Rizzo following up his own pass. It bounces off the corner perfectly for him, and Lachinio got up a little bit too early. Generally, what I would have seen him do is go off the back wall for that, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure that bounce was a little awkward. It hit that perfect little spot on the top corner of the map to bounce perfectly across and away from the wall. Oh, no, Rizzo.
Another nice shot by Rizzo, just coming alive in Game 5. It's bouncing high. Nobody's home. Can Lachinio put this one in? Oh, Insolences comes from the side. What a clutch save to get that one away. Lachinio had an easy shot, but Insolences just snatches it away from him. 4:20 left to go. Rizzo going to play that one up the middle of the field. Lachinio and Over0. Playing it around. Oh, nice blazer of a shot there by Insolence to send it into the corner. Lachinio's watching it, drops it over to over zero. Can't get it out. Try and pressure this one out of their own half. Lachinio plays it out into the mid.
We see Rizzo really trying to take control of a lot of these plays. He's got a couple of really good touches. Zane Jackie almost putting that in, just a little bit too far left.
And look how deep all these players are. Such aggressive positioning from Take 3. And then the moment they realized how deep they all were, Rizzo fell all the way back, maintaining that defensive presence that they always like to have. G2 playing this one out into the middle as Kernovi wasn't making the touch. Insolence is over to the far side. Rizzo up for this one, gets it over the top of Lachinio, wrapping it around. Kernovi plays it back up to Lachinio. Excellent placement. Insolence plays this one high, and Zane, Jackie, and over zero up for that one. Joust going in favor of Zane as Rizzo is able to get this one around. And now they have an opportunity to pass it across the goal. Very wide. Both Lachinio and Kernovi were not able to get a foot onto it. But Rizzo drops this one. Insolences puts it off the backboard, and here comes Zane from the back, watching for an opportunity. Sends it towards the net, into the corner. Watches it as it goes around, playing it off the backboard. Insolences is up. What a play. The 1-2 pass is going to work out here for Take 3.
Using his mechanical skill to get this nice shot. Zane Jackie putting that over in front of the net, and Insolences rotating his car to get the power of the front of his car, making sure that he hits that in the right part of the net, now giving them a little bit of padding in a 2-0 lead.
3:04 left to go. In this decisive Game 5, Take 3 is up by 2. Zane Jackie plays that one around. G2 just looking for an offensive pressure. They just got to be able to keep this one in the blue for longer than a few seconds. There's a nice play by over zero. There's the start of it. He's able to send that one to the far side. Insolences plays this one up on the wall, and there's Kernovi. Able to pressure this one around. Solid offensive rotations, and in comes Lachinio. Loses the 50-50 with Rizzo, who sends it towards the midfield, but midfield defense comes through from over zero. Lachinio with a shot, goes just wide. Kernovi comes in from the back. Solid long clear from Zane, but there's over zero. These offensive rotations are working out so well for G2. They're keeping the pressure on. So over zero sends that one out to Lachinio, blocked away by Insolences. That was like the third shot within the last 30 seconds.
Might be keeping the pressure on, but I've been watching all of Take 3, and they really haven't struggled for any of these saves. They've got good tight rotations. I think G2 is hoping to break them, because it's hard to get creative against a team as powerful as Take 3.
Zane Jackie over in the corner, trying to win that out with over zero. He's going to keep on bumping over zero, actually, as Lachinio tries to take a shot towards the net, but Rizzo's right there. Clears it away. Lachinio drops another one just high of the goal. Zane and Insolences in Rizzo. Moving back, the demo onto Lachinio. Giving Rizzo all the space in the world to play this one off. He actually misses that final touch. He and Zane moving up together, bunched up on top of each other, but it puts it in a dangerous spot. But the bunching up on top of each other meant the Insolences hung very far back on the defense. So now as Overzio tries to drop this one through with 1:38 left to go, it's still 2-0 for Take 3.
Zane Jackie has spent a lot of time in net. In a situation like this, I actually fully support it. He drops back whenever it's in their half. Insolences puts himself in net, waits for the touches. And what's even cooler that I see Take 3 do, a lot of teams tend to make mistakes on, is when Insolences can't reach it, he doesn't even bother going for it. He knows his team is going to make it there in time. So he just kind of waits. He waits in net still in case another freakish pinch comes his way or a shot catches everybody off guard.
1:09 left to go. Final minute approaching. And Take 3 looking to take this series right now with a 2-0 lead. They're threatening to put another one on the board. There's our final minute as Rizzo wraps this one around. Kernovi tries to clear it, but it drops in a dangerous spot. A nice breakaway opportunity, but Rizzo, that backline defense, just like you were talking about, they always have someone back just in case the freak pinches or the long shots come through. Over zero and Kernovi moving up together. They cannot get this one around. Kernovi takes a shot, but Zane is there. Plays this one out. Going for the dribble plays. Looking to play it solo. Gets it over the top. Lachinio puts it high, but it doesn't quite go in. Kernovi clears it back up to midfield. 32 seconds remaining. They clear it away from Kernovi. G2 just looking to get a point on the board right now. If they can get anything on the board and give them a chance to tie it up at the buzzer. Over zero pops it high. Zane Jackie putting it just hard, clears all the way down. Gets the final touches to cross it in front of the goal. An amazing play by Zane Jackie, but with 12 seconds left, it's all up to G2. They have to put this in right now, but Rizzo and Zane not even going to let them touch it. It goes away from the goal. Kernovi tries to push it through, but it's Zane. He's going to slow this down, let it just die in the middle, and as that final second hits, it's Take 3 who takes the series in 3-2. 5-game series. Man, what a thriller.
This was a rematch from the qualifier. As I said, in Take 3 now has beaten G2 twice in the last 2 weeks. G2 now losing both series today. Being the reigning champions, being the team that has so much to prove, this is a little scary.
This is very, very scary. It's so hard to play from behind, or not to play from behind, but to play from ahead, where you're having to look over your shoulder at these people. Everyone is gunning for these guys. Kronovi said he wanted to be the mountain, and he is. He's having to play it from the top there.
Yeah.
This has been really hard. Take 3 is coming for him.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a mountain ahead of him to climb right now. They're going to have to make sure that they win a lot, if not everything, from here on out. They still have a lot of good teams ahead of them. Like you said, they struggle with Vendetta. They struggle with Kings of Urban sometimes. I'm hoping that now they've got their move settled, they can get some more practice time in, because this weekend is not so great for them.
No, but it is amazing for Take 3 and Revival, who both have to be feeling very good about themselves for taking wins off of the world champions here. We'll be sending it back over to the desk with Axel Toss and the gang. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Wave Pumpkin. Findable carpet. Of course, we all saw there G2 Esports falling. I mean, I feel like maybe we saw some flashes of the world champion team as they were up in that series, but ultimately Take 3 has got to be super happy with themselves. Let's take a look at the Mobile One high-performance replay from that matchup to see just how Take 3 did that.
Yeah, and then just right off the bat, you could see the pressure from Take 3 as Zane puts that one in off the backboard.
Yeah, you see it though, responded back. Take 3 came out really strong. Rizzo and the rest of these guys back to back to back. And then Rizzo showing why he's so good, recognizing a direct shot's not gonna work, why not slow it down?
Yeah, but then Rizzo with a mistake here, opening up the door for Overzero to get that goal. And G2 in games 2 and 3 really stepped up, and I thought they were going to take the series.
Right, they started to get a little bit creative. Lucinio had 2 demos to leave a wide open net for Kronovi, but doesn't matter, doesn't want to risk it, puts a beautiful shot on net.
But then Take 3 just started to pull away. Insolences beating the keeper here, and then Rizzo with the pass to Insol for another goal, and they just demolished G2.
Yeah, we talked about how Insolences looked a little bit shaky last week, but he really started to wake up, both him and Rizzo. Rizzo yet again coming in strong, but then the help of Insol. Insol had quite a few goals this week. It's glad to see that he's really coming out. Zane kind of took that backseat, passed it around quite a bit, got everybody involved, but he played that support role really well. Everybody was involved. Everybody did their job.
Yeah, Take 3 has got to be feeling pretty good about that result. Same with Revival, able to take down G2 Esports as well. Now, what does this kind of mean for G2 Esports? Findable Carpet was talking about it a little bit over on the commentary desk, saying, okay, well, let's hope they get their training situated in their house because they've been doing a lot of moving. What does G2 Esports do from here?
So G2 Esports is now 0-2. This is a very tough situation for them. Take 3 is a team a lot of people were expecting to take the win over G2, but everybody had G2 pegged to win against Revival, so it's a really rough start for them. I don't really know what they're going to have. They just need to finish top 6. If they can finish in the top 6 and make it to the playoffs, then they just have to play well that day. But at this rate, they might not even make top 6.
No, and it's interesting to see that you see some of these new teams coming in. We talk about how the teams that we don't expect need to come and make a name for themselves. We now have a team that has a name for themselves that really need to show why they deserve that name. And that's huge. I mean, they have the capability. We see what they're able to do, but figure out what's going wrong. Check with your team. And this is where kind of the side we don't talk really that much about in the esports scene is the player chemistry, the communication. When things are going right, it's so easy to just be like, oh yeah, okay, no problem, just keep doing what we're doing. But when things are going wrong, taking a look and self-reflecting and really putting in the work behind the scenes to see where we need to take that step to move forward is absolutely crucial for G2. They need to get it together.
Thankfully, this is only the first week for G2 Esports, so they have plenty more games, plenty of time to practice and get back into shape. Of course, Take 3 coming out huge, I think. Able to take down G2 Esports in the qualifiers and then backing up that play by defeating G2 Esports in week 1 of league play. And we're going to see Take 3 again. In the next match you're going to see on stream, Take 3 is going to be taking on Kings of Urban, and that's going to wrap up our day 4 covering week 1 of the North American RLCS. So we're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back with that next match. Don't go anywhere.